He can see the mountain in the distance. After nearly 2 weeks of travel, doing his best to hide from the patrols, collapsing and passing out from the pain for sometimes hours on end, near delirious from fever and infection, he was home. Vargas Kahl stumbles forward in the early afternoon heat, the sweat stinging his wounds, the smell coming off his right side still churning his stomach after so many days. I guess your own decaying body is an ascent you get used to, he thinks to himself. He should have reached the outer picket lines by now, but there was no one. He pushes his body forward through sheer force of will, long past the point of exhaustion. After another 10 minutes, or is it 20, he finally sees movement. 3 figures are striding towards him through the heat haze. He stops, swaying on his feet, and weakly raises his remaining arm as high as he can, palm out and open to show he's unarmed. His one remaining eye widens in shock as the figures come close enough for him to recognize the one in the middle. She must have recognized him as well, because suddenly she's moving faster, leaving the 2 larger, younger figures in her wake. The woman almost runs the last 30 feet or so, stopping directly in front of Vargas. She looks up at him. I'm so much taller than her now, and pulls a string of beads and fangs out from around her neck. The centerpiece of the necklace is a large, ornate scrimshaw sword jammed to the hilt in a polished mountain that looks very much like the one on the horizon behind her. She mutters something too low for Vargas to hear, and both the symbol in her right hand begin to glow with a warm red light. She reaches out slowly, hesitantly, and touches the poorly bandaged right side of his face. He winces from the pain but doesn't pull away. After a moment her eyes widen, and the glow leaves her holy symbol. She slowly draws back her hand, then, suddenly, swings it back at his face in a vicious slap. Vargas screams and falls to his knees. Did you think I would heal you? Do you know what you've done? What you've brought down upon not just our clan, but our entire people? Shaking with what had to be rage, Svetka Nil balls her small hand into a fist and slams it into his right flank. The pain is unfathomable. Vargas can't even scream. He just collapses the rest of the way to the ground, clutching his right side with his left hand. As the highest living authority left of Clan Mountain Fist, I name you exile. You are stripped of all your titles. You are stripped of your name. I name you broken. I name you weak. You have no home here, no clan, no family. Vargas can almost swear he hears her voice break on that last one. He struggles to look up at her, but his vision is fading, and the sun is directly behind her head. But for just a moment, he thinks he can make out a shimmer of tears on her face. And then, darkness. As Svetka stares down at the wrecked, ruined remains of her only son, Desk and Braun walk over to stand solemnly behind her. High Priestess, if I may. Speak, Desk. Well, it's just, even with everything he did, he's your son. Shouldn't you heal his wounds? Even if we're just going to send him out into exile to die, leaving him in that kind of pain it's inhuman. Ma'am. Svetka looks down at the holy symbol in her hand. I did. Ma'am? I did try to heal him. It didn't work. The 2 warriors look at their priestess in shock, then down at the body of their former war chief. Has something like that ever happened before? She shakes her head. No, never. Bring him to my tent. We'll do as much as we can the old-fashioned way. Tell no one else he's here. As the 2 warriors carefully pick up her son, he moans and jerks from the pain, even in unconsciousness. Svetka again looks down at her symbol. What did you do? What do you want from us? And why did it have to be him? She waits, but her god doesn't answer. This is Pod Against the Machine.
Pod Against the Machine.
Well, welcome back to Pot Against Machine, the only actual play podcast that can cram 35 minions into a 5-foot hallway and still have room for the Robo-Beetles. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
Hello.
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 No time has passed.
You've been hanging on to that for a week.
No time has ever passed.
Oh.
Pod exists outside time and space.
I, for one, am excited to meet everyone's backup characters. On this, episode 70.
Well, isn't everybody excited? They've made it to episode 70. The big one.
Man, you're really etting on my nerves there, Sam.
I like Vargas isn't even involved in this fight yet. He's still fighting a bug in the other room
He's just getting started.
and losing.
It's that Breaking Bad episode.
I was
where Walter
literally
chases
just going
the
to say it.
fly. Sam.
Vargas is over here having his own bottle episode.
Okay, well, when last we left our heroes, they, seeing Kira in rather a rough way, decided to take a little time, see if it wore off on its own, and spent that time deciphering Nalakai's prayer book, which led them to discover that Hellion hates some kind of source, which apparently oppressed him horribly in a former life, and he escaped it because, Hellion's a hero, and he does heroic things like that, and he wants his revenge, and he wants his followers to help him with that. And after that, we went downstairs. Kira did recover her faculties, and that was quite miraculous. We went downstairs, saw a crawfish with a machine gun, or maybe a chewel, and popped open a storage closet to find some incredibly effective dark creepers who just slaughtered the party, or at least bothered Brixby a little. And after that, the party found a locked door that only the green keycard could open up, and behind it were some humming machines, a whole bunch of screens flashing all sorts of weird text, and some beetle robots. The party proceeded to indiscriminately slaughter some beetle robots like mean people. Hellion appeared, and then orcs appeared, and also dregs, who truly run Scrapwall. That's where we are now, in the middle of a gigantic fight with an initiative tracker that I want to say has like 17 entries in it. That's just eyeballing it, and it's almost certainly wrong, but
It's longer than a CVS receipt on my monitor right now.
I'm pretty excited about it. Are y'all excited about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really got me going, thinking, oh no, we gotta avoid this chewel. We don't want to have to fight a chewel. Let's open this door. Oh, we just steamrolled over those guys. Allow me to swipe the card. Oh, this isn't great. Oh, this is much worse. Oh, we're all gonna die.
Like you do.
What you do?
Is Drake's voiced by Brad Pitt reprising his role from Snatch? And just running around going like, "You like Drake's? You like Drake's?" That's all I could think about. I tried to find a meme generator during the last recording. I don't think I missed any turns, though. Anything happened?
No, I don't think anything really happened that whole fight.
Alright, cool.
I was always envisioning one of Dregs' heads being voiced by Master and the other half being voiced by Blaster. Just to stick with the Mad Max.
But does she run Bartertown?
She runs Scrapwall. She declared that she runs Scrapwall.
So are one of the heads much smaller than the other? Because that would make it a very funny.
It's a little smaller. It's kind of like a Rachel, if you are familiar with what's the botanical for Leibowitz.
No, I was just like Friends. I just
No, that was a really obscure sci-fi book reference.
The one Rachel.
Excuse me, that is a very good classic sci-fi book, and the sequel St. Leibowitz and the Horsewoman is one of the worst things I've ever read.
Well, I was more referring to Rachel, the shrunken head, the vestigial head being the obscure reference. Because she's just sort of mentioned on like one page, I think, at the end of the book. Spoilers.
Yeah. I thought you meant the book itself. I'm like, that's one of the most famous. But yeah, the reference itself is super big.
No thanks. Now I have changed to Rachel and Monica as the heads.
I mean, that might be better, really.
Not for Ross.
Oh, no.
We gotta cut that out. That's awful.
All right, well, it's Drake's turn. I chose to go to bed before Drake's turn for a very specific reason. Because Drake's hasn't had a chance to full attack yet. Drake's is going to do that now. We're going to do the first swing of a spike chain at Kira. It's just a 20.
Yeah, no, that'll do it.
So you're looking at a quick 24 damage. And then the other head is going to raise up her spike chain, and she's going to take a swing at Kira too, because Brixby backed out of Kira's square, so I've only got the one person to attack. That is a 29.
You know, it's weird, because you circled back around after 25, and I was like, oh, I'm suddenly too powerful again. No, 29 is great. That's a really solid chunk of hitting.
Alright, that's only 21 damage, so a little bit less.
How full is this attack?
Back to the first chain.
That's
a miss. Don't worry about that one. And back to the second chain real quick. 24 to hit again.
Mm-hmm.
3, 7, 8.
Sam, please don't kill me.
21 damage with the third hit.
Let me do the math here. Wait for it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not dead. I am fully down. Just, oh my god, so many points. But that's fine. This is fine. This is great. I have nothing else to add.
Well, Drake's turn is over. Asher's up.
Oh, Asher's up indeed. And he is ready to rapid shot his smote target.
Even though she runs Bartertown.
And avenge the death. The absolutely obvious and certain death of Kira. Because when she falls on her running chainsaw that does 3d6 on its own, I mean, you hate to see it. Alright, I'm going to get out 3d20 here. Paper cartridges all the way. Doubles the misfire chance. What could go wrong? I'm going to go blue, white, red. Well, blue was canonically first, which is good because the other two aren't good numbers. So blue's going to hit with a 29.
Yeah, 29 will definitely hit this very limber creature.
I realized I grabbed from the wrong set of dice. These were the tweeners that I set off to one side, but not all the way off. It's a bummer. Well, at least it's terrible damage. So that's only 6. Math is hard. Sorry. Point blank shot. 7.
All right.
And then his gun misfires.
Uh-oh.
Which isn't great. It's not ideal.
Oh, no.
No, it's a bad time for
I'm
that.
not emotionally prepared for this game.
It's super not great. So he will just free action drop that pistol and take a 5-foot step back towards more robots and use a swift action to lay on hands himself. That's 9 on 2d6. I needed that. But yeah, currently no weapon in his hands. He's ready for fisticuffs.
Well, it's time for Vargas to save the day here.
Okay. Vargas is not moving yet. I'm just moving so I can see out the door. Would you consider... Can you see the line I'm drawing from your end? Would you consider that a straight line?
Yeah.
Okay. Vargas is going to take a 5-foot step, and then he is going to cast Bladed Dash.
Oh my god.
And he blurs forward in a 25-foot line, and as he's passing by the Etten, to go into the middle of, which I will describe for the folks at home, a circle of the Etten, 2 orcs, and a... is that a thrall there? What is he?
That's a... Acolyte of Hellion. I've forgotten the word for something.
Acolyte of Hellion, yeah. Yeah, so as he passes by her, he takes a swing at her, as he's allowed to do as part of the spell. Actually, you know what? Can I rewind for half a second and say that before I go, I use 2 more points from my arcane pool to empower my arm?
Alright.
Or is my hand off that die?
No, you can. You haven't rolled the attack yet, so let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so then that will add to that. So that is, instead of being a 19, which that is going to be a 21.
21 doesn't hit.
Against regular AC. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, so he blurs by and misses. Which is not great.
He's in a tough spot.
Oh no.
But he has full health and he has DR5 bludgeoning for at least the next 26 points worth of damage, so if any of the party is going to be stuck in the middle of all these guys, I guess it's best to be him.
Alright. All finished?
Yep, that is turn.
Alright, well, Purple's up next, so Purple is just going to take a quick swing at you. And that is a natural 1, so that didn't go anywhere. Everything's looking up for Vargas. And Orange is going to shoot at Asher. It doesn't like Asher.
That's fair.
That is a 17. I don't think that's going to do it.
That's a miss.
Alright. On to the next orc minion, which I know everyone is very concerned about. Since Kira is down, I think that Blue is gonna step into her square and take a swing at Brixby. That is 18 to hit.
That will not hit.
It's really not looking great.
Alright, Yellow is gonna come rushing in and head down to take a shot at Asher.
You mean the orange robot?
Sadly, it's friendly with the robot, but that's only a 6 to hit.
Oh, okay, no.
These guys they're just minions. There's nothing to worry about. Let's see. Green, I think, he's gonna take a swing at Vargas. And only a 10 to hit, and then he's just gonna take a 5-foot step. And let's see, I think that this little green acolyte is just gonna take a 5-foot step back, kind of clear out of everybody's way. And who's 1? Orange is 1. So Orange is going to come plowing in here into Red's spot and take a swing at Brixby. And that's just an 8. So that was terrible. And it's Kira's turn. How we looking?
I'll just recover 1 health really quickly and stabilize, and then lay here in my blood as all of my friends die. This spot against the machine.
All right, Brixby. After that uplifting turn.
All right. Oh boy. I am presented with a not great series of things here. Okay. Well, this is a game about risks, I guess. So I'm going to take a 5-foot step into Asher's square. And I am going to attempt to cast defensively here. Rolling a 20 for my plus 10 there for a 30. All I needed was 21. Brixby's going to crack a small glass vial, mash it against some fur, and I'm going to need orange and this big old Etten and purple and green to roll me a reflex save, Sam.
All right, we will start with the orcs because I'm looking at them. So, orange is a 19.
All right, that's a pass for orange.
Purple is a 14.
That is a fail.
Alright, and let's see. The Acolyte of Hellion, we're looking at a 12.
There's also a fail.
And our friend Drags, who's very dexterous, got a 7.
All right, also a fail. So this is what everybody but orange is going to take. That's 29 points of damage. And orange will be taking a 14.
Alright.
And that is Brixby's turn. Oh my god. I really thought that if I failed that cast defensively, I don't know what I would have done. I would have just cried. So, I don't know. We're not out of the woods, listener. This is
The one that's left.
Alright, well,
we have more than one.
okay, let me just do a little bit of math here. As an absolutely brutal... I'm assuming that was lightning bolt?
Yep. Thank you, Marrow.
You probably said it, but I was doing a lot of math. So orange looks really, really bad. And Dregs looks really, really mad. And it might be hard to see it for everybody but Vargas, but Purple and the Acolyte of Hellion are smoking craters. They dead. So that was a good shot, and I'm gonna throw a little sky medley dew on Brixby's
Thank you.
shoulders for that one.
I'll appreciate it for the next 2 rounds before I get completely killed.
Well, you're about to get shot with a stun gun. It's a 21 to hit.
It does hit.
All right, take 4 non-lethal and like it.
I'll do it, but I won't like it. All right, let's go.
All right. Well, Drags has knocked down Kira, so she turns and she's gonna look behind her at the guy who just magically appeared, and he's gonna get the wrath of the full attack. So attack number 1. That is a 24.
That is a hit. Is her weaponing bludgeoning?
It is not. These are piercing weapons. They are spiked chains.
Okay. 5 less than whatever this is.
27 damage. That was the best roll yet.
22 points of damage.
Alright. Chain number 2. We're looking at a 23 to hit.
That is also a hit.
Okay. That's not bad. That one's only 18 damage. That's the least damage yet. Attack number 3 is only a 15 to hit.
That is a miss.
And
What was 2 again?
18.
Sorry, I'm doing math on my end.
It was 18 damage.
18 damage. Okay, so 27, 18, and then the next last one was a miss.
Yeah, and then the final attack is also a 15.
Okay, yep, that is a miss.
Got off a lot easier than Kira did. And Asher is up with no gun.
Yeah, it's not ideal. So he's going to he's going to retrieve a stowed item as his standard action. Another one of the 3 non-broken pistols. Yeah, and then he will spend his swift action to lay on hands himself again. Only 7 that time. That's his turn.
All right, Vargas, you are toe-to-toe with an Etten.
Okay, Vargas is going to roll to cast defensively. Let's see. Spells, what do I need for you? Plus 13 to get a DC 17. That is a 16 on the die, so he gets his cast defensively. And he is going to attempt to hit her with a shocking grasp.
I'll throw a sky metal on this.
Oh, actually, I should probably throw a sky metal on this too. Can I do it after I rolled?
Oh.
I mean, I see the number.
Well, I mean, Jeff already said it, so just add the 4.
I'll do it.
Okay. So that is a 13 on the die plus... That's 18, 19, 20. It's probably still not going to hit. She apparently has some really high AC. That's going to be a 22.
Because she is squeezing, that is a hit.
Oh, thank God. Remember what Shocking Grasp does. D6 per level up to 5, and I do not have the feat that lets me go past that yet, so that is just 5. 3. That is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. 15 points of electricity damage, and another 10 points of adamantine magical bludgeoning. And then because I didn't move, I can take a second swing at her for just the bludgeoning. I am going to use my sky metal on this. So that is a 25.
25 will hit.
Which is a hit, yep. And that will be another... Ooh, that is 2 6s. That is another 15 points of magical bludgeoning.
Oh, big turn. All right. She looks quite hurt. But she is still up. Anything else? Any swift actions or...
Nope, that is all he can do.
All right. Well, the orange floaty bot is it's gonna shoot at Asher again because canonically it doesn't like Asher. That is what the heck number is that? Oh, 4. I don't recognize 4, so that's gonna miss. I've never seen a 4 before. Let me take that orc off of the initiative, and then yellow standing in Brixby's face, so he's gonna swing at Brixby. Natural 20.
Oh, oof. No.
To confirm is only an 8.
Is not confirmed.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
So you're looking at 8 damage as he smashes you with a piece of bent up junk.
Palpable hit.
Let's see, and then green is going to step up to Vargas, and he's in the flank. So we're looking at a 19 to hit.
That is 1 point over my AC.
Oh, he's going to get us.
Is his weapon bludgeoning?
It is bludgeoning.
Okay, so my DR does not matter.
All right, and that is 13 points of bludgeoning and sneak attack combined. Let's see, we're removing the Acolyte from initiative. And then orange. I don't see Asher. Is he in the same square as Brix? He is. So orange is going to step up and take a swing right in Asher's face. That is a 17.
Miss.
Alright. That takes us to Kira's turn.
So return my volume to regular level to say I'm just gonna recover 1 point of HP, and in just 14 more rounds I'll be able to join you again. Oh wait, no, because after that I will be done with rage, so just kidding. JK. I will do nothing. But no, in her heart of hearts, she is... Okay, that's my turn.
Alright, Brixby's turn.
Oh, that was so sad. Alright, well, he's gonna... he'll take a 5-foot step back, level his wand swift action, let the wand out of the quick sheath, and then fire a scorching ray at the Etten. She may have some cover, but this is against touch. That's 21.
Yeah.
Right. Then that is 13 points of fire damage.
Oh,
No sneak attack.
she is looking very, very bad.
All right. And let's see. Yeah. Swift, 5 foot, and a Scorchy Dew. That's it for me. Oh, man. This is so bad.
All right, I think Red, since you moved right up to it, is going to try to scuttle into your space. So we'll do that acrobatics. Does 11 beat your CMD?
I am a rogue and a wizard, but not that much of a rogue and a wizard. You have provoked my trap card. No. Yeah. Wrong system. That was for you, Jerome.
Yu-Gi-Oh! No.
You do get an attack of opportunity.
Does 12 hit?
It does not.
All right.
But this creature can't get into your square, so it's just got to shoot you with the stun gun. That is a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
All right. Take your 8 non-lethal. Boom.
Holy goodness.
Max damage.
Yeah, wow. Big damage.
And speaking of max damage, it's Drake's turn. And she's so angry at Vargas right now. He hit her really hard. And now she's flanking. That is 19 to hit with the first one.
That is a hit.
Very bad roll. Alright. This might get messy. 23 damage.
Vargas is... Oh, wow, holy crap, hang on. Do I take 5 less because of my things? Let me see what this puts me at.
That DR just saved your life.
No, I would have actually still been alive because I have a ridiculously high thing. I have a thing that lets me go double my con before I die. But I am unconscious.
And I think she is thinking hard about going after Vargas more because she knows that he had just hurt her so bad. But I think she sees she's got half the team on the ropes here. Instead, she's going to take a move action and head into the room here. Still squeezing. She leaves Vargas's unconscious body behind her. And Asher is up. You got Dregs in your face along with 2 orcs and 2 robots not far behind.
That's fine. Asher is going to take a 5-foot step. Can he step around the table there? Or if not, then he'll just go straight back.
Yeah, the only one I can see that you can take is that one in the either directly north or north and west.
Okay. I'm sure those chains have enough reach to provoke within 10 feet. But what else are you going to do except for rapid shot the Etten?
Alright, that will indeed provoke.
And from orange, too, don't forget.
So we'll go with Dregs first. She doesn't
Weird.
have flanking. And that is only a 19 to hit. That's a bad roll.
Oh, good, because that's a miss.
Alright, and orange is going to also take a swing at you. That's a better roll. That is a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so he's going to clock you for 8 damage with his bent piece of crap.
Alright, I've been clocked. And now, with 3 more paper cartridges, Asher is going to unload. Still smote. It's not tied to the weapon. So we are going to go first mint chocolate crit. 19 against... Nope, sorry. A 21 against touch.
That will hit.
8 points of damage, bypassing any DR.
She's still up.
Shot number 2, orange creamsicle. Ooh, that's a 13 off the dice. So that is definitely a hit with a 24 against touch.
That will hit.
That's 11 points of damage.
And Dreg standing over Kira's bloody, unconscious body, collapses in a gigantic heap of chains and questionably studded leather and heads and stench and grossness.
Crushing Kira and killing her.
Yeah, the
unfortunately.
Etten goes down and just
So close.
absolutely destroys Kira.
I mean, it's not a TPK. I'll take it.
Fair. His smote target is down on top of Kira. But Asher still has his third shot. He's going to take it against Orange. And that's also a misfire.
Oh no.
It's good times. Why, Neapolitan? Why you do me like that?
All right. Well,
We'll just drop another gun on the ground. Reaction.
it's Vargas's turn.
Vargas is going to activate Broken Not Beaten to make a swing from the ground and almost certainly miss because not great. That's -4. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is a 1 on the die.
Oof.
For a 2.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
Then he immediately collapses back down. Also, I forgot to roll. I guess technically that could have been my roll for Arcane spell failure, since I forgot to roll that first, which also would have been a fail. But either way, yeah, nothing happens and he goes back unconscious, now at -9 instead of -8.
All right. Well, that takes us to Orange. The Orange Observer Robot is going to try to climb onto Brixby. That's a natural 20 on the acrobatics.
That'll do it.
The Swarmer gets swarmed. And it's gonna start pinching. It's gonna get all up in your business with the pinches. Pinch number 1 is a natural 20.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So
Only
good.
a 10 to confirm.
Not confirmed.
Alright, that's 2 damage.
Alright.
Pinch number 2.
I've been brutal.
Pinch
That was
number
double.
2 is coming at you with a 9.
Yeah. Not looking good for pinch number 2.
Alright, integrated laser torch. Resolving against touch AC. We got a 16.
Yep, that beats my touch by 1.
Alright. This is going to be a nice 7 fire damage.
Wow. Alright.
That's the big one.
Indeed. These bugs got kick.
Alright, now yellow is, let's see, I think yellow is gonna take a 5-foot step down, and he's also gonna go after Bricks. Because he saw Bricks lightning real bad. And that's only a 6 to hit.
Will not hit bricks.
Okay, and now Green. Green just saw Vargas pop up
Oh no.
from unconsciousness and take a swing at him and go right back to unconscious. I don't think I can justify him not.
Not taking this. And you said he has bludgeoning. The orcs all do.
Yeah, they've got improvised weapons. Like I don't see any way where he doesn't.
Yeah, no, he would absolutely take a swing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is you're helpless. He's not threatened, and he's standing over you. This is
So he just gets to deal damage.
this is a
That's a coup de grace.
Oh, it's he's
so it's 12 damage on the coup de grace. I need a fortitude save. I believe DC 22 or Vargas dies.
Oh my god.
Sky Metal, please.
Vargas might be dead even without that.
Take my sky
Mine too.
metal.
All my Skype, I have just the one, but you can have
I
it.
can give
I
you
need to take a look at what Arisen does for half a second.
how many sky metals do you need, my man? I will give you
You
as
don't
many
die
as
for your
you
negative
need.
hit points equal to or greater than 4 plus your con score instead of your normal.
Yeah, but this doesn't have to do with your the fortitude saving.
Well, no, but I mean the damage he did even without it might kill me,
Ooh.
which I think because his damage just took me to negative 21 without even the roll.
What's your con though?
And your con?
Which my con is 14, which means I can go to negative 18 before I die. So I think I'm dead. even without the save.
Yeah, I think you're past negative con.
I think he's dead.
Oh my god.
Vargas's head has been smashed in.
Oh wait, but we have breath of life, right? Or don't we have the ability to? Yeah, we got that breath of life. All right.
Oh my god.
Was that 40?
Yeah, you've got the advanced med pack.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna look up that breath of life spell.
So, it's Orange's turn. He is going to take a 5-foot step up and take a swing at Asher. It's a natural 20. That is only a 16 to confirm.
Not a confirmed.
6 damage on Asher as he gets bashed by this orc on Kira, who has no idea what's going on. Even if she was conscious, she'd be pinned under a pile of Etten.
Yeah, this would be relatively, I don't know, peaceful if not for all of the dying. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna, same thing. Just 13 more rounds, everyone. And I can do something helpful.
All right, Brixby, you're up. You got everybody in your face, and Vargas just got crunched pretty grossly.
All right, so I guess I guess I couldn't even see, probably, from where I'm at, considering I have, just for context, everybody at home, I have enemies to the west, south, and east of me, and there's a giant corpse in between me and Vargas as well. We do have Breath of Life, but that has to be done within 1 round of them going down, and just the action economy of getting that out of someone's pack, I don't think it's possible. So, yeah, thankfully we have a res scroll, but yeah, Brix doesn't know, otherwise I think it would screw him up pretty bad right now. So he's going to take a 5-foot step into Asher's square, and then he is going to full attack Orange with the rapier. That is only a 13.
13 won't do it.
All right, and with the tail blade, that is a 16.
16 will hit.
All right, so he catches him with the tail blade. Tail blade is at 1d2 minus 2. Not going to roll. That's just going to be 1. But it is still got some sneak attackies on there.
Well, Asher doesn't threaten.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I wouldn't technically be flanking. We have played it with that so far, and I think that is a good read on it. Just because if we can attack the same foe, I think the way that is interpreted, it's not going to work. So that's fine. Then I'm not sure that's what I would have done, but hands off the chest piece, so 1 point of damage. And that's my turn.
I will say Orange looks absolutely on death's door, so
okay.
A stiff breeze could take him down at this point.
I don't have one of those left on my turn, unfortunately, unless it's a free action, like just a blow. So, yeah, that is going to be the end of my turn.
All right, well, Red Robot is going to shoot a stun gun at Asher. That will miss, and Asher is up.
Ugh, if only I had... Well, let's talk about the Trauma Pack Plus. Is it like a pack, it's always slung over my shoulder? Like a fanny pack plus?
Let's find the Trauma Pack in the guide here. Trauma Pack is a small box of emergency medical gear. You don't equip it in a slot. I think it's a stowed item. It's like a little first aid kit.
It's probably not. It's probably in my quick release sheath that I have. Then yeah, I could get to Vargas movement wise.
Yeah.
In the 3 action economy, if we were playing 2E for just like one turn, I would like draw the item and move. That sucks. Well, that's cool. At least I have no weapon in my hand and no joy in my heart.
Wow.
Asher will draw the light hammer and swing at this orc. Try to swing a stiff breeze at him. Yeah, 16 on the dice for a 22.
Alright, that will hit.
Maximum 4 points of damage.
Alright, and he looks like if he weren't an orc, he'd be down.
Thought he was already at stiff breeze level.
Yeah, but then I remember at the last point the ferocity. But he's negative, so you get a grip point back.
Cool. I wish I could spend some of those grip points for an extra action. Yeah, that's my turn. But now I'm wielding a melee weapon, Brixby.
Excellent.
So I guess I will take Vargas out of the turn order. Just to be
I feel like,
me.
yeah, that feels like an aggressive move.
Yeah. And
The follow-up to the red X that we don't really need.
I'm gonna shoot Asher with a stun gun and miss. Let's see now. Yellow is going to think he's got to come around to the right-hand side to not provoke. And he'll take a swing at Brixby and miss. So I have the incompetence of minions to buoy you here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. A full move action gets green up into your face, and he'll take a swing at Asher. And that's just a 13.
That's right.
Our remaining orange friend is going to take a 5-foot step to get a flank and go after Brixby. That is a 17 to hit.
That will not hit unless you have not added the 2 in for the...
That was with the flank. And he bleeds a little bit more on your feet. And Kira is up.
Yep. I keep trying to find a way to make this not the same turn as the last 4 turns, but it is the same turn as the last 4 turns, so we should probably
At
cut
least you're
that out.
slowly healing.
Maybe she whimpers.
She just
spice
goes
it
to
up.
sleep. Yeah, we can say that. There's a quiet muttering that you can't hear because she is being smothered by the body of a dead thing.
Makes sense.
And that's my turn. But hey, 12 more. Nope, because Blood Rage is over. So 8 more rounds until I can't heal anymore. 12 more rounds until I'm. What even happens? No, I'm still dead. All right, this is good. This is cool. Sorry, not dead. That was callous. Dying.
Alright, Brixby, you're up.
Yes, Brixby is up and swarming, but even with these creatures with ferocity, there isn't a whole lot that I'm going to be able to get accomplished with a full attack, because that's contingent on my rolling. So, instead, oh boy, what am I going to do about this? Well, I can't get them all. So, all right, I'm gonna use one of my sky metals, and this is going to be towards a cast defensively check. It's pretty much a given that I think I'm gonna get this, but I would like to make it a non-issue. It's provided that I don't roll a 1. Excellent. Didn't need to use it, but I used one anyway. So yeah, just mark that sky metal down there. I am casting. Sorry, Kira. You're gonna wake up a lot more colorful than normal. I am gonna cast a little bit of color spray at green and yellow. So I'm gonna need will saves from both of them.
Alright, green. That's a cracked die. That is a 15.
Unfortunately, meets beats on that one.
And yellow has a 5.
Alright, not so good for that guy. So it's since it's save or suck, then green is. But how many HD does this creature have?
That'd be 2.
Oh boy, it's pretty bad for that one. You may just want to call it for this orc, only because they're unconscious, blinded, and stunned for 6 rounds, and then they're still blinded and stunned for one more round, and then they're still stunned for another round after that. So,
All right.
yeah, they have all of the icons there on Roll20, and heck, yeah, there's not much else Brixby can do from there. So that's
All
it.
right. Red's gonna take a shot at Brixby. That is a 15.
All right, that will not hit.
And Asher.
Yeah, it's me. Savagely wielding this light hammer. Yeah, Asher is going to just swing at Orange, who is ferociously stiff breeze adjacent. We're hoping for a crit, a juicy crit, because your hammer can't misfire. No, but it's a 13 total.
13 total won't do it.
What? Gasp. It's okay, because I got that BAB for days, son. I'm going to swing at you again. Much lower to hit, but actually still a 13. So, if I could just flip-flop those die rolls again. Oh, the ferocity in his eyes, as though he were himself an orc. But he's probably not?
Probably. Well, Orange Robot fails to hit Asher. Yellow doesn't get a turn. And Green is gonna take a swing at Brixby for trying to color spray him. That is an 18.
Does not hit. Thank goodness.
Alright, Orange will take a swing at Asher. And that is a 25.
Well, it's uncalled for, but a hit.
With the sneak attack, minimum damage, 5 damage. I would call out Kira's turn, but I don't.
Please don't.
I think we can move right to Brixby.
All right. Well, we will full attack, and we will start with Orange here. So, yeah, you're wielding. Excellent. Wielding and threatening. So, 18 on the die here. That's an 18 for the old rapier. And excellent. And I'm just going to roll damage here.
You want to confirm?
Oh, wait, yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to skip to confirming. No, that was... all right. To confirm, that is a 21.
That will confirm.
Alrighty. Excellent. So, we are just going to double some damage here. It's not a whole lot that gets doubled. Alright, so 2d4 minus 2. Wait, no, that would be applied twice, right? So that's only 3 points of damage. 3 points of damage.
I don't think you apply the strength penalty twice on a crit. I believe the rule specifically says you will get your strength bonus on a crit twice if it's positive.
Okay. Alright, so then that would be 13 points of damage to Orange.
Orange collapses in a heap and is dead.
Alright, Brixby is going to turn and attempt to hit with his tail blade against Green. Oh, that is a natural 1, unfortunately. And that ends Brixby's turn.
Alright, well, this little robot is going to shoot at Brixby and will miss. And Asher is back up, no longer flanked.
Oh man, it feels so good. You know, I was so effective with that hammer last turn. I'm gonna do it again. I mean, mostly I'm helping my boy Brix get some flankadoos. So we're gonna go after Green next. Yes, let's do that. Somehow they have colors, like identifying badges on them.
Sure, of course.
Ooh, baby, 18 on the dice. That's a 24 with that light hammer.
That will hit.
Minimum damage of 1.
Alright.
Going after it with the true neutral d20.
That's a +1 hammer, so is it minimum damage 2?
You'd think so, but I have a negative strength.
That's the saddest thing ever.
Is it though?
So weak it heals you.
If I was bricks, it would be -1. So it could be sadder.
That's the only
Ooh.
sad thing this happened.
17.
That will hit.
Yeah, 2 hits with the melee weapon. I'm really getting a taste for it now. Max 4 damage.
Ah. All right, green's getting hurt.
I can do this all day. That's his turn.
Orange is going to shoot you. That is a 22.
That is a hit.
1 non-lethal damage. Yellow still doesn't get a turn, but green does, and he's going to hit Asher back for that hammer thump. No, he's not.
try.
He was lying. Brixby, the melee monster.
I guess so.
Just think about this stand right now. Brixby and Asher crammed together with their backs up against a wall of monitors with rolling chairs and dead bodies all around them, while Kira is crunched under an Etten and Vargas has been beheaded.
Dead.
Just like
Oh,
15 feet
God.
away.
I know.
Sure, swinging away with his little
Hammer.
fix-it hammer, like the one that you unscrew and it's got the screwdriver inside it.
There's broken guns all over the room.
Oh my god, I know. Yeah, all of the guns just dropped everywhere, like it's that scene in The Matrix. Where they just shoot them, they just throw them, and then shoot some more. Yeah, so that is the beginning of his full attack. He rolls a 7 on the die for a 16 against
That will hit.
All right, here comes the big 2 from the rapier, and then the sneako attacko is 8 more, making that 10 against green.
All right. Green looks very, very hurt.
All right, and then he's going to complete his full attack against green with his tail blade, but only rolling a 5 for a 9, so whiffing.
Or green. Brixby will once again get shot with an integrated stun gun.
Oh no!
That is a 25.
Oh, very much hits.
7 non-lethal damage.
Oh,
jeez.
I have so much non-lethal.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
And it's Asher's turn.
Oh,
How's Brixbo looking?
good. I'll post it in the plotting thread on Discord.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
Sorry, plotting corner. That's what we.
All right, fine. They're going to coup de grace Kira too.
Call his
I mean,
bluff.
it's only fair. But if they can even pass the strength check to lift the corpse of the Etten off, they can't. They
Just
try
down
and get
sort
her,
of
and they can't.
slide a sword underneath her. Just. Are we getting you?
Asher. Asher is going to swing the old light hammer again 2 times at Orc Green. No, not that one. That's a 12 total. Ooh, 18 on the second hit.
All right. That'll hit.
For 3 points of damage.
Asher gets a grip point back,
Asher the Smasher.
but it's still standing.
One. Oh, yeah. He's ferocious and then just like slowly beating this orc. It's like, yeah, it's good times. We'll look back on this day fondly.
And Asher gets shot with a stun gun, but it misses. And yellow still doesn't get a turn. And green does get a turn. Green is going to take a swing at Asher as well. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Alright, he doesn't have a flanking buddy anymore. So that is 7 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Kira and Brixby.
All right, same thing as again. Full attack green. It's 15 on the die for a 24.
That will hit.
4 minus 2. All right, that's only 1 point from the old rapier, and then an additional, so 13 in total. That is 12 for my sneak attack.
Melee monster takes down another orc.
All right, and then I'm going to direct my tail blade against the orange. Let's see, try to see if I can do better than my previous full attacks here. Oh, wow. That's an 18 on the die. That is not a critical threat, but that is a 22 to hit.
18 will hit the orange robot.
All right. It is only 1 point from the tailblade with my current strength damage, but I am going to roll my sneak attack on top of that. Perfectly average, so that's 10 points of damage.
The melee monster gets through the hardness and takes down the orange robot as well in a double kill.
This is
Amazing.
this is so stressful.
All right, well, Red is very upset with you. That was its best friend that you just blew up, so it's gonna shoot you non-lethally. Natural 1. Never mind. Asher is up.
Asher is up, and knowing that he cannot bypass the hardness of this creature with a hammer, he is instead going to kind of rub his palms together, and they'll just glow with this white holy light, and he will channel positive energy to heal himself, Brixby, and Kira. And Gaia's yellow. Not amazing. 5 points of healing.
I appreciate it.
Does that bring Kira up? She's still down.
Still down. But I will... No. No! Oh, I can. There might be a chance that I am on my feet at 0 HP by the time Blood Rage runs out. That will be a bad time to test that theory.
Asher's not going to move, though. He's going to stay put to give flanking to his melee monster companion.
All right. Yellow still doesn't get a turn. Brixby.
All right. Let's see. Oh, shoot. But because they are over there, I'm not going to be able to flank full attack. So what I will do is, in a fun, egregious waste of how are we at again on this? Let me just quickly double check here. In a fun, egregious waste of my Scorching Ray wand, which is at mere 6 charges remaining, after this shot, that is, I'm going to fire out with said Scorching Ray wand, because I hate this fight. That is 17 versus touch.
17, let me just confirm, does indeed hit the little beetle bot.
Alright, that is 12 points of Scorchy Ray damage.
And the red robot explode. So I think that's the end of the fight, because you've still got, by my count, 4 rounds left of unconscious yellow, and everything else is down.
Yes.
Take us out of initiative as the absurd last stand of the very capable 3.
Oh my god.
But you came out victorious.
Can Asher see enough of like Kira's hair, or does she have a hand poking out from under Drake's that I could tap with a wand?
Yeah, I
See a Kingsley.
think you can tell where she is.
Just emerge and waving a tiny claw.
All right, you're gonna get some. You're gonna get a cure mod tap.
Thank you.
Ugh, that was a horrible roll. 7 on 2d8
I will take it. Wait, that's the number of points, right?
total healing points. Yeah,
Yeah. No, I will take it.
you're gonna get another one.
Hey, I'm up.
You're the only one
gonna-
strong enough that could move the Etten off of you.
Yeah, I guess while on the other side, while Asher heals, I think I'm going to coup de grace yellow, just so it's not an issue at this point. We're not gonna wait for them to come back. Do you want me to roll that satisfying damage, or do you want me to just assume I'm going to keep coup de gracing this poor soul until they're
I
dead?
mean, you have several shots, so I am not concerned with him rolling 4 natural 20s in a row to make the fort save. I think he's gone.
Yeah. And I imagine the whole time Brixby has gotten to the point where he's breathing that like and is like matted in blood. So he's still definitely in an unofficial, not Kira rage, but basic rage right now. I have a blood rage of my own.
Speaking of, my range ends in 2 rounds, and I just need like 2 more points to be Actually, no, you can do things on 0, right? So 1.
I mean, I don't know if you saw in the chat, I healed you for 13.
I did, yeah. So with that 13, I still just... I forgot about the rage part.
Yeah, well, here comes 19 more from 3 Cure Light Wounds taps.
That's a lot. Thanks.
Well, the last thing we need is, as we walk out to like drag the headless corpse of our friend up the stairs to Denvaya, is a TV monitor to come out and be like, "Bleh." And I thought you had enough health, but I was wrong.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, did anyone break that monitor in the back corner real quick before he pops up on there?
Yeah, I'll swing my hammer at it and pick up all the guns. All of them.
All right. I think Hellion was confident enough that nobody, or that this was going to be the end of y'all, that he doesn't pop back up and you can smash that Hellion monitor.
He was a quarter right, and I'm very sorry for making
Gosh,
that
it's
joke.
so sad.
I'd be more upset if I didn't know we had the scroll.
Yeah, I wouldn't be making jokes if we didn't have
I'm
the
assuming we're
scroll.
just going to throw my body at Denvaya along with the with the scroll tied to it, like through a window, like Ralph as a brick.
If she's
Yeah,
still there,
but-
maybe she's like, yeah, I should probably head back to Torch now and go back to my sweet, sweet Jory Bear.
Yeah, she was actually assassinated while you guys were out.
That's okay. Kite can cast it too.
So I guess, yeah, I think after at least Brixby's done murdering them, it's just like, I think that's all of them. Is that all the ones in the hallway, Vargas?
Silence.
Vargas.
I think, yeah, Kira's sitting up and, like, shoving this Etten body off of her. And we'll give sort of just a quick look around. Ow. Okay, well, it looks like I missed a lot, but, congrats on all the dead bodies. And, like, starts to get up, seeing, obviously, Brix and Asher in front of her. All right, where next? And then I guess at some point, Brix will speak. And she turns around. I'm trying to remember if she was conscious for any of Vargas being in the hallway, but I don't think she was.
Yeah, I think you were already down before I went down the first time.
Yeah, so probably. Are we missing someone?
I imagine from what Sam said that he is like very visibly not alive from... Because did you say like he just caved his head in, the orc?
Yeah, I think the orc basically he took his improvised, basically junk club and just smashed his head right in. So if you can see past dregs, which is takes a little bit of doing, but I mean standing up, Kira can see over her.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the second you guys get in the hallway, you would know he is gone.
Oh, Vargas, no. And Brixby's just going to go and kneel beside him.
What? I don't... I wasn't down that long. I don't... How... What happened? Why is he here by himself? Where did that... Brix, you can fix it, right? You could just cast a spell. You have so many of those. You have the glitter one, and there's the light, and maybe like a lightning. I know that you don't do that kind of magic, but, like, do you have a scroll? Can you use a scroll?
Well, we actually do have a scroll. And Brix just straight up throws up on the ground. Well, actually, he's a rat, so he passively vomits. But, I just can't even imagine the, like, literal physical nausea, let alone that, like, intense, like, discomfort, like physical discomfort that comes with like emotional shock. So he's probably just still in shock and is just fumbling in his bag now and is like, yeah. I mean, we have the scroll to fix it. We do. I can't use it, but someone can. Denvaya can. That's not my magic, big stuff. It's not. I hurt things. I don't help people. I can't help this. Oh, Asher.
I know we have that box, the trauma pack. If I could have gotten there sooner, if we hadn't ran so far away, we could have... I can't do anything for him.
Kira looks at Asher and then Brixby. And then just like stone face, will go over and pick up Vargas's body, like throw it over one shoulder. At least like there's no. This is a person on a mission. There's like almost no sign of Kira. Just like, if Dinvaya can fix this, I'm going to find her. You can come with me or not. I don't care.
Yeah, there's no question I'm coming with you, big stuff. We need to go. I hate to say this, but we also need to take anything off of this Etten. I don't care about anything else in these rooms right now.
Yes.
But if there's anything that is important that could be taken and worn by another combatant against us, we need to at least deny it to the enemy. Feels so freaking terrible to do, but I also don't want them to come back and just have all of this stuff. So this Brixby's going to quickly detect magic over the Etten.
Nothing magical on her.
There's nothing magic. I mean, I guess do a quick search. Oh, there it is, inside the old loot.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like completely a very Spartan Etten, in that sense. They do not have a whole lot on them.
It's like Kira's just walking. Can I remember the way out of this room? Is that up here?
Is Kira carrying Vargas, or?
Actually, you know what? Never mind. Yes, she's carrying Vargas.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't get the dead friend blanket, as he is our deadest and friendest of the corpses we've run into recently.
Vargas has moved past dead friend blanket. This will be a healing, and we don't need the dead friend blanket, or she's going to go on a rampage.
This is true.
We could put out dead friend blankets everywhere. Just going to jog up these stairs.
All right, yeah.
And I think she's, like, silent as all this is happening. Frankly, just trying to ignore the feeling of, like, Vargas's blood on her back as she goes. Like, literally, she's just... I have to get out of here and find someone to help my friend.
Okay, well... And no one bothers you on the way out of the Scrapmaster's arena. Heading up to the floor above where you are, where you found Nalakai's things and fought the ooze and the broken robots. There's nobody there. The place is like a ghost town. It's all silence as you walk away from there and head up into Scrapwall, and the giant arena itself hangs there in its own kind of silence, and you see up where Vargas put Kulgara's head just a day or two ago. Now he doesn't have a head either. Or not much of one.
There's a perfectly good head up there for him.
No,
Just grab that one.
somebody took it down.
Pop that up there.
Look at all those orcs. Surely we can just give him an orc head.
Just straight up Gregor Clegane him. Sew the other head on.
I understand that reference. Wow, I am so sad. This is the worst.
I would be...
Why would anyone do this? I mean, and yeah, obviously he'll be fine, but still, death. Ugh. Team. Sorry.
Part of me is surprised it's taken this long. Honestly, like, we were so close so many times, especially with the broken not beaten. Like, you've been lucky to pretty much off any immediate enemy close to you with it. And like, it does have, I mean, Sam played that right. Like, they have no idea that you're gonna go back down.
That I'm not
like,
gonna
he's
pop
really
up
out
again.
now. Yeah.
And even if I hadn't, usually because thanks to Arisen, he could go to -18. Usually that's enough also, but I mean, that hit when I was already at -8 or -9 actually to take that much damage. Ugh.
So, yeah, we leave this place, this awful place.
Yeah, and as I said, the walk back to the Clockwork Chapel, I assume that's where you're going, is it's quiet. There's a stillness in the air, and you don't know if it's sort of just because of the weird silence in your group with Vargas, who, you know, he was never much of a talker, but you don't even hear his footsteps now. And you get back to the Clockwork Chapel, and pull the switch to open up the cog doors as you did before, as you've done every time before, and walk in. And Dinvaya is in the main lobby, the sort of cog-shaped room that you've been sleeping in for most of the days. And I think she sees immediately that Kira has a body on her shoulders. And the next thing that you see as you come into this room, come through the double doors, is that there's somebody else in the room with Dinvaya.
Yeah, you see in the room with her are 3 people. You see a pair of hulking Kelids who are older. They look like Vargas's age, maybe even a little older, covered in scars, long gray hair down to their waists. And standing between them is this incredibly wizened, withered little old woman. And as you open the door, she looks at you, and you see just like a single tear roll down her eye. And she says,
"Did it happen?"
I'm not sure that Kira would pay these people any attention if they're not going to stop her from getting to Dinvaya. Like, I think she can recognize, like, these people probably know Vargas, but she's like, says nothing to them, really, bypasses them, will go straight up to Dinvaya and lay Vargas down in front of her and be like, "Brixby said you could fix him, please. Please fix him." And I think she probably has, did we say Brix had the scroll? I don't remember who has the scroll.
Yeah, I think I have it. I mean, it doesn't matter. Let's just say for story, Brix pulls it out of one of his scroll cases, and just kind of keeping his eyes on the old woman and the 2 Kelids flanking her, puts it down. Anything but Vargas. Looking at anything but Vargas right now.
Dinvaya will, obviously, the shock on her face is visible, and she'll sort of unconsciously, take the scroll without even looking at it, and just, this is beyond me, but I can try with a prize grace, but,
Stop!
The old woman, she just cuts Dinvaya off, and she has this presence about her where, even though she's little, when she orders her to stop, Dinvaya just cuts off. And she gestures to one of the Kelid men who is gonna step over and reach for Vargas's body.
Stop it.
Yeah, no, I think as soon as he makes a move toward Vargas, Kira's going to put herself in between those guys. You know, the dead one and the not dead one.
And the man glowers at Kira, and he reaches towards a sword on his back. She puts a hand on his arm and says, "No." And she'll step forward to Kira, and she'll say, "You, all of you were his friends?"
Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Were you his friends?
You're here with his body. We're trying to help him, and if you try and stop us, I don't really care who you are. You can't tell me it doesn't matter and then try and move toward my dead friend, all right? So if you have questions, you can either wait until our friend is done, or you cannot have questions. It's the other option.
I am proud to have called Vargas Noclian my friend. Why do you stop us from returning him to us?
Because there is something that must happen first. You cannot do what you plan to do.
I mean, I feel like Kira's hearing roll for initiative, which is that's going to be a bad idea, but I need a reason for this, which you'll see. I think so. Yeah, she does that. She looks down at this person, and then almost looks at the attendant.
You notice 2 things. First, you see around her neck she has an almost comically oversized, especially for her size, scrimshaw amulet of a hand stabbing a sword into a mountain that looks very old And the second thing you notice is that even though she is a woman and also much older and wrinklier, you notice a lot of physical similarities to Vargas, especially in face shape.
Notice enough to maybe be like, hey, are you a relation?
Yeah, you would notice enough to maybe ask that.
Yeah, okay, so I think she's, like, about to square up to this dude and be like, tell me why I can't do this, and then we'll, like, happen to just kind of glance down and see. And then I think her face completely changes, and she stops, and, like, her hands had been going for weapons and kind of drop next to her side. You know him. You know him really. You're related to him. Are you his mom?
My son died during the war. The man before you is no one. He has no name. He has no clan. However, he may still have a future. But you cannot do what you mean to do.
Then what do we do?
Leave him to us.
What are you going to do with him? That we have a scroll. She said it could work if, I don't know, if all the things are right. What are you going to fix him?
I cannot give you the answer to that. I can only ask that you trust me. You can roll a sense motive on that.
Yeah, trust. We'll see. Okay. Gonna say that's a +3, 12.
Oh, same.
I feel like she's gonna have a hard time with this one, but there are other people in the room.
You know, I think I'll give you... You know she's telling you the truth, but you know she's hiding something too. Like, she didn't say yes or no, she said specifically, I can't tell you. And I think you probably, with that roll, catch on to that part of it.
Right. So in this case, the trust is like, he will be better off with us, not necessarily alive or not. And I think in her head, in Kira's head, she's like, okay, but if we try this, he'll probably be alive. Which is, that's the point I'm coming up against, is like, I don't know, she's gonna let this go. Yeah, I don't think she will. I don't think she moves at all.
Asher, sensing this, will just plead with her, diplomacy her, to say, tell us what you plan to do with him, please. You are asking us to relinquish the body of our friend, whom we seek to return to us, so please, if you want us to simply trust you, tell us what it is you're doing. Say 29.
She looks Asher up and down, and she says, he chose his companions well. I understand that you have your reservations. Know that I tell the truth when I say I cannot tell you whether or not he will return, or where we will take him. However, what I can tell you is that the three of you appear to be close to death's door yourselves. If it comes to a fight, you will lose. And I do not want to take the lives of... She seems to catch herself for a second and adjust. This man's companions. So please, let us take him and be on our way.
I think Kira has to look at Brix and Asher. I feel she's still very much of the mind. I think honestly at this point she'd be willing to fight.
I mean, I'm at 20 hit points. I'm feeling pretty good. Asher would just ask a different question. Approaching things a little differently. You can't tell me what you plan to do, but why must you leave to do it? Why can't you simply do what it is you plan to do here?
Because, quite simply, what we need to do needs to be done in a specific place. And you see her worrying away at the amulet around her neck. There are rites that must be observed, traditions that must be upheld, and the location cannot be negotiated.
Well, can we come? We won't look. We'll stand outside or turn our backs if we have to, but then we can let you have... Then we can all get what we want.
I have seen this day end many different ways. But on the ones where that man died, Hellion was still alive, do you really think you can leave this place to follow us for days, possibly weeks?
He was our friend. If that's what you wanted to know, yes. Yeah, yes, I will. I would. Which, again, not the best idea, but Kira's 15.
No, it makes sense for what the mindset she'd be in, yeah.
I think Denvaya, who's still holding the scroll of resurrection, I think is going to step forward and say, if we could all just calm ourselves for a moment here. I know that emotions are running high right now. Vargas was very dear to all of you. And honestly, he was dear to me as well. He saved my life, and I don't think that just moments after the man's death, we should be making decisions that two sides are so passionate about when we wouldn't necessarily be at counter causes. I think that we should take time. We can cast gentle repose on Vargas if that is what you insist upon. And she nods to the Kalids. And we can keep him here for the time being, just for the time being. And when we've had a chance to cool down, he will still be here. And she holds up the scroll. This will still be good. And if the magics that you all need to practice, and nods to the Kalids again, are as powerful as one would assume when you're talking life and death, then perhaps I assume that you do not need an answer this instant. The old woman will look at Denvaya and say,
When you allowed us into your home earlier today, you said that you would listen to us. What I told you would come to pass has come to pass. Nothing has changed. What we need to do needs to happen. And if we must go through you as well, so be it.
Listen, you're right. You're almost right. Everything you've said is, I'm sure, correct. We can't truly raise him between Denvaya's powers. I mean, you are a strong, holy woman, but I understand this magic is beyond many of us. I also understand that Vargas had a complicated relationship beyond this world with his god. I also know that I don't get the ways of Kalids, your honor, your clans, your... looks up at them, but you are wrong. No clan. It's not a fitting name for this man. Look around. If you won't call him your family, we will. We might not be able to bring him back, and maybe only you can. But you will bring him back. I will not tolerate vagaries. Just look at him. That is your blood. It's our blood. You take that body, you better bring that whole man back.
She looks at Brixby and she says, What is your name, little man?
My name is Brixby Redtail.
And she's going to nod and turn to Denvaya, one hand out, and say, May I have the scroll?
Denvaya is definitely going to hesitate for a second. Looking down, I mean, what she's holding in her hand, Scroll of Resurrection, it's an extremely powerful piece of magic, but I think after a moment, she's going to sort of do the gesture of trust and hold it out. And she takes it in her hand, and she walks over to Vargas's body and holds it up in front of her. And she says, My name is Svetka Nil, wife of Ergast Kal,
Mother of Vargas Kal. And the scroll of resurrection bursts into flames in her hands as she holds it aloft, consumed not as the scroll itself, but as a component, as she casts her own resurrection on the body of Vargas No Clan.
And I think you see like his head knit back together, like Christine style, like the card going back together. And he gasps for a moment. Oddly enough, he is still all scarred up. That did not seem to be healed by the spell. And he's going to kind of look around. And I think when he sees her, he just freezes and he says, You're alive.
And she looks down at him, and it looks for a second like she's almost gonna smile, but she stops herself. And she just nods, says, Yes, so are you. And she reaches a hand out and helps him up to his feet. And she says, You need to make a decision now. Will you stay here with your new clan, or will you go with us? Possibly become whole again.
I think he is going to look from her to Kira and Brix and Asher, and I think at that point, I don't know about Sam, but I think I'm going to be going to bed at that point.
Wow. What a power move.
What a power move. Oh, wow.
What?
Well, you heard him. Guess I'll go to bed.
I guess we're going to bed.
Good night, Chiro.
Yeah.
Also, good night, Drew.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
Every start is a perfect start when you're playing with this crew.
Oh my
Can't believe
God.
she urinated on her own son's body.
Oh, brutal. Just brutal.
God.
Svet goes home, baby.
I feel like I have lived and died 1,000 lives inside this episode. These